I'm so glad we took the boat out. We really needed to get out of the marina and get it on the water and test our systems, because boy did we have some issues. For starters, we had no helm gauges, blank screen, nothing, no power to it whatsoever. After some troubleshooting, we found out it was a fuse. We also learned that we had no transducer, no depth, no speed, no water temp. The compass also did not work, so we had no autopilot, which means we had to hand steer the entire time. Not a big deal, it was just a short day cruise, something fun, so it was okay. But now as we are preparing to leave La Cruz, it is time to get to the bottom of these issues. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Wow. Okay, so I don't know which one to unplug. There's autopilot, you gotta unplug the autopilot.
After literally an entire day of troubleshooting and getting nowhere, we finally brought in a professional. So after spending several hours on our boat, he has discovered that the AIS, the transducer, and the sensor heading compass are all fried. The Zeus 2 hardware, I think, is also fried. While it still works as a GPS unit, you can't run autopilot from it. Something about the cabling in the back of it, the NMEA 2000 cabling has gone bad as well. Anyway, he then asked us if we'd had any issues recently with our inverter charger. So all day yesterday we had workers on our boat. They are scraping all the old varnish off the tow rail. They use a heat gun and a scraper tool. And this morning they showed up and plugged in 2 heat guns to 1 power source that was plugged into our boat. Now we have no power to our boat.
Inverter charger and the motherboard's fried.
Apparently, if the inverter charger gets fried, it can fry a lot of your equipment on the boat. So that's what we're guessing happened to everything. And one foul swoop, gone. Looks like we have some weather coming today, but look at this beautiful orange cast from the sunrise. Isn't it gorgeous? Several months ago, when we were pulling into an anchorage, we lost steering, and we were able to fix it temporarily, but we're finally digging into it as a permanent situation and fixing this once and for all so we can back to smooth sailing.
I'm just going to put a washer and a cotter key in here, and it'll keep the ram from jumping off the post. I think rotate it towards you a little bit.
Towards me? Okay, like that. Okay, this will keep our steering from never ever falling off again, right?
That's the plan. A little bit of silicone grease here. Okay, that's
All right. Whoa. Awesome. Well done, babe. Success. Another project checked off the list.
That's right. The rudder post to quadrant connection was never very good on this boat. It was always just a little bit of slop. Last year I took it apart and tried to fix it, but didn't quite get there. And yesterday and today, I think I got it this time. It's going to be very tight, no slop in the rudder at all, which was confusing to the autopilot, because when it would try to make a very small correction, and if there's slop in the rudder a little bit, it thinks it never made the correction, and then an error code comes up, says rudder failure. So I think all that problem is going to go away. Feels really tight right now. When we bought the boat, there was a, see right there at the top of this, the top of the ram, this is a hydraulic ram that operates the autopilot, and there was no key here. There was an old rusty vice grip that was stuck to the top of this thing instead of the key, instead of the cotter pin. So I finally drilled, there used to be a cotter pin in there or some sort of a pin, and so I've drilled it out and put in a cotter pin in a stainless steel washer. So that should just about do it.
And just for a little added security for our steering, we bought a 1 1/4 inch galvanized EMT 7.5 foot pipe and had a 1 1/4 inch socket welded to one end and a T welded to the other end for a 2.5 foot pipe so that we could have backup steering in case anything ever happens to the steering in the future.
This is emergency rudder post that we put together when we were in Cruz. So what you do is you move the mattress out of the way, and this goes right down onto a nut on top of the rudder, and this goes in here, something like that. It goes down about another foot, so it's going to be right up here like this, and you just be able to turn the boat with this right here in case of a rudder failure of some sort via the cable system. Hopefully we never have to put it to use.
It's like 9 o'clock at night. We're just going to bed, and suddenly it's like gale force winds, man. Knocked my cushions off, knocked my salt and pepper shakers over. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but about a minute ago we saw lightning, and a second later was the thunder, which means it is within a mile. Because we didn't have our clears up, the rain came right through, drenched everything in the boat within the door hatch. My hardworking honey is out of beer, so I'm off to the tienda around the corner here for some beer, the coldest beer that we have found in La Cruz, and it's also a good price. I have picked it up at the marina store, but it's almost twice as much as the market over here, and I'll show you where it's at. It's pretty close to the marina. So we are leaving in just a little over a week. That's our plan anyway, weather permitting, of course. And just before we leave, my niece and nephew are coming to visit for like 3 weeks. I'm so excited. We can't wait to get them on our boat. Anyway, so today we had the bottom of our boat cleaned, and I guess he had to get out of the water a time or two because the crocodile was hanging around underneath him, I guess. We're just finishing off our to-do list, checking off every box that we can so that we can get out of here and go have some fun with those guys. Lord willing, we'll be sailing and back to open water and back to living on the hook in no time. And here it is. Blue awning. There's the good stuff. And look at this, they're on sale. 2 for 37 pesos. Okay, I've got my hardworking honey all stocked up on some cold refreshing beer. So when happy hour comes around, you can relax. Me, I like my white wine. He loves his Indio. We're here at the Puerto Vallarta airport to pick up my niece and nephew. We have some really great adventures planned. Can't wait. Hi guys!
How you doing, bud?
First up, we all piled into our rental car and headed for Sayulita. Gracias.
Perfecto.
Just drink out of this.
Yeah. Okay guys, enjoy your coconut water.
Oh my
Coco
gosh.
Rio.
Oh, so good. Follow, 1, 2, 3, up. See, better, huh?
Yeah.
Woohoo! While Hunter was off surfing, we relaxed on the beach and had henna tattoos done. So fun! This is rosemary lemonade. Cheers! Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
And it's time to get back to work. Thanks to Hunter and Kenna for bringing all of the replacement parts that we needed to fix up this boat, including a new motor and squirrel cage for this salon AC unit that finally gave out. Now to replace the sensor heading and the transducer.
There's the old one.
When we get to an island,
Little silicone grease. This is the Airmar 810 transducer. It's supposed to give boat speed through the water. It's supposed to give temperature. It's supposed to give depth.
Oh gosh.
More better. Helm gauges, radar, sonar, and autopilot's already on.
Oh my gosh, it feels so good to see all this stuff back. Wow.
Good morning all. Do we have any new arrivals, returnees, or any departures? Do we have any movement at all in the bay?
Blue Pearl.
Blue Pearl, where are you going?
So we're going to leave this morning and head up towards Mazatlan and do lots of little hops along the way and take our time, and then from Mazatlan we'll probably cross over to Baja. So it's been a joy being down here. We loved it. We've been here for 3 months at least, and had a lot of work done, met a lot of great people, and had a lot of help from both locals and fellow sailors. So I want to thank you one and all, and we hope to be back someday. Over.
It's awesome to have you here, and I hope you do return. Have a wonderful passage up north, and I'm sure we will cross paths again.
Today is the day. Today we leave La Cruz. We've been here for months. Feels like years, honestly. We have done nothing but work. We've done some play this year, but mostly since we've splashed, we've done a lot of work. We've done a lot of work here, and we're very excited about moving on. Got a little debriefing going on back here.
Press that button there.
Okay.
And then my sister is alerted, and your grandpa is alerted that we are in distress.
We're so excited. I feel like a kid in a candy store. I pray that nothing else breaks. I mean, it's just been one thing after another on this boat, and it's entirely possible we might just be doing some maintenance now. I mean, we do still have a few things we have to fix, but this feels really good. This is a really good day. We only have less than 40 miles to go today. We want to keep it nice and short for this first day, and we're just going to basically bunny hop all the way to Mazatlan. That's the plan anyway, and then cross over to Baja, weather permitting.
We'll be monitoring channel 16. 22 is just for the local people in this marina.
Yay! This is us saying goodbye. Woohoo! Paid up our dues, checked out of La Cruz. We are out of here, baby! Woohoo! Having fun yet?
I'm having a blast.
You're good, H. You got this, bud.
That's so fun.
How's it feel?
It's so nice.
Good. Woo!